Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Ask the Accountant, your weekly live show here every Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. My name's Johann Goree, and this is episode 157. And he's back. He's still bouncing around. He's still jamming like he's still in Las Vegas in the casinos, gambling and partying still. But Aaron, you're back. How are you, and how was your week?
What a week. What a week. Obviously, we'll talk about it later, but yeah. Just, yeah.
Right.
How was your week, Johan? Let's start with how your week was. How's it been going? And, congratulations on holding the fort down as well.
Yeah, I mean, nothing set fire. Nothing went wrong. Need a word with producer Lizzie. Seems to have put out the podcast recording 2 days late.
I couldn't listen to it. I was so excited about having, an hour of my flight just dedicated to, the crispy tones of you and Tim. But, well, no, denied. Denied at the border.
Yeah, someone's going to have a disciplinary chat with producer Lizzie about her production. But yeah, no, good week. Busy as always, just lots going on, lots of plates spinning. But yeah, all good. So before we talk properly in depth about your week, because I think it's going to take about an hour and the rest, let's go through our comments. There's loads just flooded in all in one go, and we panicked when we saw them all coming in. But good old YouTube has sorted them out for us. So, no.
Okay, yeah, I see. Sorry.
Yep. So, good morning to Cheryl. First one in at 8:30 on the dot. Paul Ingram said good morning to everyone at 8:27. Sorry, Paul, that doesn't get you announced first. First on the 8:30 dot, that's the one that gets you announced first. And there was a good try here. So we had Cheryl saying good morning. Hope you all had a relaxed weekend. Quickly followed by Kirsty saying good morning, everyone. Wet in my bit of Cambridgeshire. It is very dark and overcast and wet here in Edinburgh.
It's not like Vegas, I'll tell you that.
Slightly different weather. Natasha, the bookkeeper superhero, says good morning all. Paul Whitehouse says good morning. Louise is here saying good morning, hoping to make the whole live this morning, not half live, half catch up. Ooh, we are privileged.
Welcome, Louise.
Yeah. Peter from AIM Accounts says good morning. Dave says good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Stephanie's here saying good morning, guys. Good morning. Marcus is here saying good morning as well, as is Kilometers 100 saying morning all.
It's a new name. Welcome aboard.
Stephanie says, how's the jet lag? We'll come on to that. You can't have jet lag the way he travelled. Physically impossible. Paul Whitehouse says, looking forward to the Tax Calc Engager webinar this afternoon. Yep, so are we.
That's going to be good.
Sue Green says, good morning. Juliet says, good morning. Lisa says, morning. And Abby Anderson says, morning, chaps, as well. Busy morning. Anyone think it's not half term and everyone's back to working in the office trying to catch up and procrastinating by listening to us? That could be the only assumption I can make out of this. Right. Come on then, Mr. Patrick. Tell us about your trip.
What a trip it was. What a trip. So I have to say about the very first part of it was, as you've already alluded to, going business class, first class, hits differently. I didn't know this, right? You wander over to the check-in desk, you hand over all your stuff like you would do on any other flight. You go through a secret passage and you get to go through your own security. Right? Where's this been all my life? Do you know what I mean? Like,
you don't stand with the plebs, catching germs and things like that. No. Business class is the way forwards.
They even have their own check-in desk. I could have gone to that check-in desk. Like there's a separate check-in desk.
Did you not go to the separate check-in desk?
No, I just went to the normal one. I came in on the Lizzie line, so I. You know what I mean? Like,
I've probably seen you in the line for the check-in for business class. Excuse me, sir, you're in the wrong line.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, spent some time in the lounge and did some work there and got on the plane and yeah, how the other side live, right? Like there's a bed that goes upright, you get to sleep there, and and the food. Normally people complain about food on a plane, don't they? I was living my best life. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Anyway, so got myself over there, flew over to Las Vegas, touchdown. It was one of those as well. I felt like I was, you know how normally you go on a plane, no drama at all. Like planes are like absolutely perfect these days, right? So there's me coming into land in my, fancy first thing. I can't wait to talk about all this. And then halfway to this descent, he had to pull up and come out. There was still a plane sat on the runway.
Oh, that'll do it.
So I felt like, someone was telling me that never do this again. You shouldn't have done it this time. So finally landed. I got over to the hotel. Within an hour, I was at my first pre-con event. So Ignition of all people and Vinyl of all people were doing a little pool party thing. So got there, bumped into Jordan from Vinyl and some other new people. Really had a good time. But I thought, you know what? Be sensible. Like, don't take this too. We've got a big day ahead of us. So I went to bed relatively early and then started that first day. And oh my days, I was not expecting this. So you wander into this convention hall. First of all, there's three floors, three floors in the convention hall. Bottom floor is your expo and your main event. Second floor is like a load of meeting rooms, including a press room for us press members. So Ask the Accountant was press at this event. So got a special lanyard and special place to sit and all this and the other. And then the top floor was like the breakout rooms and like the food hall and all that sort of stuff. What was it? Is it 3,000 people? Did I get that number right? So 3,000 people at this event. And coming.
So we're talking Manchester, Accountex Manchester busyness.
Yeah, exactly right. And then we that
is just from a scale point of view, right? Considering ZeroCon and QuickBooks Connect in the UK get what, 150 to 300 people. Yeah. This is 10 times the size.
Yeah.
Of a good day for one of them.
In every part of it, right? And like I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting the QuickBooks Connect that we know and love, right? Like that, like back in the day when we actually had a Connect, not Get Connected, but a Connect, right? Like that's
a big London conference that we loved. Yeah,
maybe double that, like just to, for scale and everything else. But like literally, this was streams of people, and I was adamant I was going to do the grid walk because when else am I going to have this opportunity to do a grid walk at Intuit Connect, right? So again, for me, naively before going in, I'll be all right. I'll just do this quick 5-minute grid walk. It took me 20 minutes to walk around the expo hall, let alone interview people, talk to people, get myself back upstairs, have another interview with people, right? It goes live today. I think it's like a 25-minute video of just me with one phone wandering around. Not the production we're expecting. I have to admit, like, I missed you and Johann, you and Lizzie massively, right? Like it just goes to show how much as a team we put into doing that whole grid walk, right? Because by yourself, just wandering around with a little phone, doesn't hit the same. Does not hit the same at all. But no, it was amazing to kind of go through from there. So I did my grid walk, said hello to everyone, kind of got everything, or everything else, and then we came to our first like major part of the event, and that was the opening ceremony type thing. And they had these drums going on, the whole place was buzzing. So Sam was on stage talking about and teasing all the new stuff that's coming. Everything was like, going through from there. After that, there was a little bit of a I also had a embargoed media press conference to go to as well. So I got all fancy, and as press, we got into this special event, special room, just us. They put on a big spread for us. I mean, I think there's like 6 of us there, but they put on a big spread for us. So we got to enjoy that one. And then we got the Intuit Connect and go through from there. Then after that, there was like a little post-party type thing afterwards in the expo hall, trying to encourage people to talk to all the exhibitors and kind of go through them there as you'd expect. I mean, I'll give them due. Like, we've been to so many events, right? Like, your Countexes of the world, they don't need to cater too much for exhibitors because they're part of the event, like they're part of the draw, aren't they? Like, the exhibitors are there as part of it. But then there's certain events where, you know, because it's all about the main stage and the talks and everything else, the exhibitors almost feel like a secondary thing. So you can see that they were trying to, you know, trying to like include them in the event and everything else. But they did really well. Like, it was like a post event afterwards, and we all everything else there. I then went to see Jason Stats at his secret event and his launch and everything else. I got to like literally go to a celebrities event launch, is how I saw it, and then came the next day after that. And the next day after that for me was the one I was really excited for, because that was product launch day, right? Like, this was the big, like, the keynote about the product launch. Before that, I had a nice little photo opportunity with the team as well. So it was good to the IAS team, so the Intuit Accounting Suite team. And then I went in and I took went and sat there. And when I sat there, I was sat as press. It's got my own little table. It says reserved for media. I got this opportunity to put up all the stuff and, you know, all this sort of stuff. It was all great. And then the announcement. So we had Intuit Intelligence got announced. So something I've been wanting to talk about for a long, long time. Finally get to talk about it. So in the simplest and easiest way to kind of explain it, think ChatGPT, but built directly in your Intuit QuickBooks platform going forward. So ask questions, all that sort of stuff. Real clever spin on it as well. They're going for, and I think Sage is doing a good one as well. It says authentic intelligence, their AI, that's what they're calling it, trying to like give you a bit of a, it's not just AI, it's AI built with you for you. I think it's their motto. And Intuit are trying to do something quite similar. So theirs is it's AI plus HI. So it's artificial intelligence plus human intelligence. And they've done little things like, say your client's asking their, Intuit Intelligence for some information. It will provide that information for them and do the sort of things you'd expect. As an accountant, you get to see that kind of script, so you can kind of understand what they were looking for and maybe be able to add some help. And also, at any point that it feels like you should be involving your accountant here, if you've got an accountant connected, it'll just pop up with a book your accountant here. Like that, it's as straightforward as that. Like, puts it through from there. So that was cool. They started talking about Intuit Enterprise Suite. So we are way behind the UK in terms of what the actual US product looks really good. So I think that is definitely something to keep an eye on going forward. And then for me, the big one, Intuit Accounting Suite finally gets announced. And exclusive for us, the accountant, I can say that I was actually involved in the building of this product, right? Like there was a group of, I think it was 6 or 7 VIPs across the world. And I was a UK representation to kind of come in and look at this one. So I've been behind the scenes helping, like giving, helping out, like do this, do that, like consider this, consider that, all that sort of stuff. It's been brilliant. But Intuit Accounting Suite is basically replacing QBOA. And the way I've been like pushing is the best task management solution on the planet, right? The idea that you can grab not just the holistic view, so there's finally bringing all that in, so you don't have to go into individual clients. You could be presented with data straight there, but the opportunity where you can make like close the books en masse, and you can kind of go through without going into a client. You can actually, make adjustments and go through all this. I'll do a whole video. There's a whole video coming, like exactly breaking it down. But just think of it as like QuickBooks Online Accountant, so your list of clients, but like with actual functionality there that we can use as accountants and bookkeepers. And the way that I've been like wanting to kind of the vision I was trying to get from my firm is that let's stop our team having to go into the individual clients each time, right? What if they were just able to do it directly from that page, right? Make the adjustments, put the things in, keep on top of it, be told that there's a problem, all those sort of things, right? And with the, Intuit Intelligence there as well, so much we can do with that. So I'm really like, it was amazing to see that. Got my name on the on the stage, saying like, this is what I wanted, sort of thing. This is my pain point, and all this sort of stuff. So it was really, really cool to see. So yeah, got the opportunity to see that. I got some one-on-ones with people like Ted Callaghan and Simon Williams and all sorts of other people as well, that I was able to do some interviews with and all that sort of stuff. And then it was the Connect Fest. So it was their opportunity to do a bit of a shindig going forward. Now, we've always had, haven't we, like, zero party has the best party, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I overuse it, but in my videos at the moment, I keep using the quote from Jerry Williams of zero does the best parties and stuff. And to be honest, not really much we could say about that, right? Like, we're not really interested in the party ourselves, are we? Like, for us, it's nice to have. It's always nice to have a catch up with people, but I don't know if it's because I was in Vegas or what, but I went I went hard in that party. I was in the middle of the dance floor. I was having these little lights on me, and yeah, whatever like being in Vegas, being there, meeting new friends, all that sort of stuff. Ticking those boxes, and I had one of the best nights of my life. It was in a place called the Jewel nightclub. So it was this fancy nightclub in the middle of the hotel resort. There was multiple floors, there was food, there was drinks, there was flashing lights, there was glitz and glamour. It was absolutely surreal, and there is no way on earth that Zero is a better party. Now I can finally say that. Maybe it's on par, maybe I can concede to that, but yeah, based on that alone. And then what makes it even more entertaining was the fact that you're in Vegas. So what do you do here in Vegas? Well, after the party finishes, you go out in Vegas, right? So I went to Brewdog. So if you watch the Vegas Formula One, you'll see Brewdog in the corner in the shots there. It's like a rooftop bar that was there.
Yep.
I went to a place called Fremont Street, which is like the original Vegas, if you like. And we did like a not jet, what's it called? A thingy line, a zip line all the way through basically the old strip, going down there, like flying through the air and all that sort of stuff. An amazing night. So much so that it was like 3:30 in the morning. I had like interviews the next day with like Tom Herbert and people like that I had to get to. So yeah, completely messed that one up. But yeah, went up and did that sort of thing. And then the final kind of day was there. There was like a final keynote speak and all that lot. I got to say goodbye to everyone, all that sort of stuff. And then the very final night, we went out just as like the group that we'd met, like never knew any of these people, but we there was a group. And then we went to a show in Vegas. I went to a Star Wars show of all shows. So we got to go and see Star Wars. Yeah. Very different to how I remember it. It was a burlesque show. So when Tim, and Chris and the other TCS people went to a burlesque show in Manchester, it was hilarious. We were watching this German burlesque show with a talking sausage, I think it was, on stage, right? Hilarious. This was a Star Wars burlesque show about reinterpreting exactly the story. Again, not how I remembered the story, but a very different way of looking at it. But it was hilarious. Honestly, if you get a chance to go to Vegas, make sure you go to the Star Wars show. It was absolutely brilliant. And then that was it. I packed up, came home, and yeah, I'm still, wow. I don't think I'll ever get a chance to do it again, and that's absolutely fine. I've done it. I've been there. I've been for the biggest launch that they'll probably ever have with Intuit Accounting Suite and Intuit Intelligence and the brand new suite and all that sort of stuff. But wow, just wow. It was amazing. And just given that opportunity to go in there as press and like go behind the scenes and put all this sort of stuff in and, talking to people. And it was amazing how much of the UK team from Intuit have now been given the opportunity to go over to the US. Like there's some real, good people from the UK team that we've kind of seen from ages, right? But seeing them like excel at their career and going over there and seeing all that was really, really cool. So yeah, so today, I can't remember when Lizzie's got it posted, but there will be the grid walk going live. So make sure you watch that one. And bringing it through from there. So yeah, what an absolute incredible few days. And yeah, very, very, very humbled to be even considered going, right? Like, it was amazing. So yeah, any questions you got your end? Oh, we got people in the chat as well.
Oh, we've got people in the chat. So Suzanne says good morning. Mark says good morning. Tim says good morning. Pete says Aaron had his Brewdog shareholders card out, getting everyone discounts in the pub. That sounds about right.
Pete was one of the ones who came with us down Fremont Street and everything else. And oh yeah, I may have oversold what my shareholding status was in Brewdog.
Oh well.
I mean, technically, I am a shareholder, right? Very small shareholder.
0.00000. I heard your vote was the casting vote that made all the redundancies and shutting down.
I try not to get involved in the politics as a shareholder. I try and, but yeah, it was brilliant. It was so yeah. That night alone, that opportunity to, again, we didn't know Fradham, half these people, right? Like, it was just generally we met them at this Connect Fest event, and then we all went out afterwards and just had a jolly good time. Ironically, one of the people in our group lives 20 minutes down the road from me.
It's a small world.
She didn't know me. Go through from there. So yeah, amazing night. Yeah, really, really, really humbled by it all. It was yeah, I think we finally can say, that QuickBooks does a better event than Xero does. I think that's official now.
Ultimately, that's all we've been wanting to say for a long time: is Xero Party isn't the best party in the world.
Maybe also we've got to actually embrace the parties going forward. Instead of just standing on the corner, on the edge of it, going, "Oh yeah, nice bit of grub." This it's a bit loud, isn't it? How am I supposed to talk?
So you mean we get rid of the old man attitude that we have?
Apparently so. It's a whole different world.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize that, accountants could have such moves. I didn't realize I knew so many songs.
Be a bit of a fallback then, isn't it? It's going to be a bit of a bubble burster for you.
There we have some amazing ones over here, don't we? I mean, look, ICB is always a good shindig, isn't it? That's coming up next, isn't it? That'll be the next one. Or is Fusion before that? I can't quite remember.
Fusion's after that, because obviously you've just been announced as a speaker at Fusion.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, the UK knows how to do a good conference. That is without a doubt. But there's levels to this game, and yeah, it's just a different level that you do once or twice in your life. Yeah. And that's it. You fall back to what you know and love. We go back to our comfort blankets of conferences where we know what's going on. But no, yeah, it was surreal, and I couldn't believe how many people either I knew or knew of me or knew of us. Like it was like, I don't know, when you kind of think it through and you think of what's going on, in these events and stuff like that, and how many other people like involved in everything else. It's just, yeah, it was special. So very, very cool. Very cool.
You were saying off air that you got to meet a lot of people that we've kind of looked up to for a very long time in the industry from a podcasting point of view. So, tell us who you met. And
so Jason Sats, I've already said, like, went to his thing. I had some exclusive merch. So so I think that's something we need to take on board, right? Like launching exclusive merch in an event. That's quite a cool little concept. And then there was Blake and David there from formerly the Cloud Accounting Podcast. Now it's the Accounting Podcast, isn't it? Yeah. But my favorite part about bumping into those, though, was I actually got to see them record their podcast live on the show floor.
Nice.
So they took themselves away. Why didn't you use their press badges? Like they're men of the people, right? Like they were on the show floor. they were there. And I got to see them with their little setup and kind of going live on the podcast floor, talking about all the announcements and all that sort of stuff that was there. So yeah, it was amazing. And then I got to talk to them. yeah, we're definitely going to watch this space because we definitely want to collab with those guys and you know, bring them into the thing as well. I met another podcaster. If you watch the grid walk, you'll notice at the very end I met another podcaster. She approached me while I was doing the grid walk. It's like, wait, are you a YouTuber? It was so I was like, what gave it away with this massive camera thing that's pointed at her face? You know what I mean? But no, we got to interview her, and she's got a podcast as well and a YouTube channel. And yeah, it's a small community, isn't it? Us content creators, whatever you want to call us, you know. But it's so cool. And the I forget her name. She does the unofficial QuickBooks podcast group. Met her as well. She was cool. She's you know, she wants to go, and our top trumps cards have gone global. Like, people know about our top trumps cards and they want to be involved in these top trumps cards. So we're gonna have to find a way to make them international.
Are we saying we've got to do an on location Las Vegas Brewdog Cool Friends episode or series of episodes?
I mean, I'm a shareholder,
like
so surely
expense to me.
Doesn't it? Only if we go first class, obviously. No,
we'll be too tired and jet lagged if we don't go first class.
This is it, right? You know, yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head. And being a shareholder, surely that gives us an opportunity to, you know, take over half the floor or something, or whatever we need to do to make that happen. But yeah, no, I think yeah, we've got to go on there and get as many Cool Friends episodes as we possibly can. And there are, like, legitimately, there are some cool stuff. The amount of stories and conversations and passion, like I you know, I thought I was passionate about. I would know, like, literally, I'm down here. I'm like, there's levels to this game. I'm the starter Pokemon. You know what I mean? And then you evolve up until the, you know, the proper ones who have real passion for it. But yeah, it was amazing. And I think something that was different. And tell me if I'm wrong here, but you remember that 2023's QuickBooks Connect, and both us, we got that advanced hearing, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were both kind of saying to each other, this will be game changing. Like this, there's going to be whoops, there's going to be cheers, the place is going to go off, right? And then Nick came on stage and he presented it, and we were elevated because we were in the press, right? We were in a different area. But I think both me and you kind of sat back and went, I was surprised that didn't hit harder. Like, I was expecting more of a buzz around it, right? Oh, we got a buzz in Intuit Connect 2025. Like, I'm talking like whoops, cheers, like claps, and then it continued throughout the day. Like, everyone was talking about it. Intuit and Accounting Suite, everyone wanted to know what was going on. Like, wow, this is, you know, didn't know this was coming, and what does it mean? And you know what I mean? Like, we watch a far. Go for it.
This is Intuit Accounting Suite, right? Obviously, big announcement over there.
Yeah.
Is it going to be in the UK? And when?
Yeah, 100%. So I can't say when because
that's in your little black book.
That's in my little black book, but yeah, it's soon.
I need one of these little black books.
I can say I'm going to an event on Thursday, which is like the press announcement. So I can't say much more than that, but I can say I'm going to an event. So because I'll be posting it on my stories and stuff about that one. So the press will know about it on Thursday. And then, yeah, there is a date already set of when that's going to go live and everything else and coming through. From a UK point of view, I think I think the US needs it more, because I think the US are crying out for that sort of thing. I think for us, I think I'm definitely on the thing. This is our task management solution. This is what we're going, like, this is the chance to bring it in. And I think the only thing that we as the UK need to figure out is how do we incorporate our non-QuickBooks client into this suite, right? How do we go from there? And that's definitely a conversation I was having on the show floor. It's definitely a conversation. I got those one-to-one interviews with like Michael Hitchcock and like some of the high VPs at QuickBooks. And they were the questions I was pushing to them, like, how are we going to bridge that gap? So I think until that gap is fully bridged. I think there's, unless you're like me and 95% of your client base is QuickBooks, you probably won't have as much use case from day one. But I think it's definitely something to keep an eye on going forward, because if they can bridge those gaps, there's so much like cool stuff coming, capacity planning. And
yeah, because the US have a lot more QuickBooks only firms.
Exactly. Yeah, and they use that tax. It's not tax code, TurboTax. ProTax. I'm trying to say they use ProTax a lot more than we do, right? So for them to have it all there, they, you know, that, put it this way, I've seen some opportunities there where my favorite thing is like this Intuit Intelligence, right? The idea is it's supposed to be proactive for you. So I've seen this, and it was a working demo of it working. But imagine a client had posted to computer expenses there, buying a new computer, for example, right? And it will say something's not right here because your computer expenses has gone up by 500% in this month, right? Not only will it say you might want to look at this, it'll say, well, actually, looking at it, probably needs to go to fixed assets. Do you want to put it? And it's literally, you literally say either type yes or you tick the box yes, and it'll move it for you to the right place.
Nice.
Then after that, it will then go, well, as you just put a new fixed asset in, do you want to put your depreciation at the same time? And it'll apply that for you. And this is all from the Intuit Accounting Suite. So you're not even in the client. You're being presented to it. So your team probably has been presented these questions. And it's not just going to just do it for you. It's, look, you're the accountant. You know if this is right or wrong. We're just suggesting here. We're thinking this doesn't look right. Here's a couple of suggestions. And they're talking about it as this non-UI approach to getting stuff done. So instead of having to click there, do this, go here, move this, move that, because we're all capable of doing that, right? This is, well, what about if we suggest something to you, you let us know about it, and we get it done? And that's where it's kind of going. It's this more automated, more thing. And they're really going down that whole idea of error, like suggestion, trying to find errors and trying to give you an opportunity to deal with it and fix it. And I think that's what gets me excited, because it's like I got the digital disruptors, right? And this was one where I wish I was able to talk about it there, but I got asked that question. Well, how are we going to be using AI in our practice anyway, right? And we did that video only a week ago, right, or a week and a bit ago, whenever it was, for Atlas, and how powerful it can be and how this can be used. And I still think the power of Atlas is going to be huge for us accountants and everything else. But you said at the time, like, do we even need it? And I was kind of like, do we need it? Do we not? Watching the stuff that's happened, like, yeah, we need Intuit Intelligence. We need Sage Copilot. You know, do we need Jax? Whatever. But we definitely need those other two, because they've just got that ability to not only find the problems and fix the problems, but they're presenting it to you. And I think it's that opportunity to finally, you know, we love that real-time information that cloud accounting gave us, isn't it? Like, that's been a game changer for us. But now we've got a chance to have real-time, accurate information. And that's what the AI gives us, is that accurate bit, right? Like, that's what it comes through. And I think that's the bit that's getting me most excited, because finally we can actually make a decision and actually help a client based on the information, not, well, based on the information we've got. Because I don't know, you must be the same, right? Based on the information we have here, you can do this or you can do that, right? It's always that you're clarifying it, right?
Yeah.
I think we're getting closer and closer to that. We don't have to put that clarification at the beginning. We can say, right, your numbers are saying this. That means we can say this. Do you know what I mean? Like that, we can finally have those more proactive conversations. And that's where this Intuit Accounting Suite, for me, that was my what I want out of this. Like, that's what I said from day one. I want to be more proactive. I've been saying a long time, right? I don't want to just present with my team that if they've got a load of tasks to do, say it's bookkeeping, for example, that it's just an alphabetical order based on dates and alphabet, right? Like, that's traditionally how we've done it as accountants, right? We go in and we do it. And yeah, we can have a tick box in our practice management solution, a great tick box to say, yeah, let's make sure they're done. But actually, when we do which client, how, at what time, like how often, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. We need that algorithm behind it. We need that, like, there has to be a better way. And we're really close, I think, to getting to that point where we can, you know, based on algorithm, based on the data and the clients, based on their needs, based on real-time information, we can actually have an opportunity to show this to them. So yeah, I'm really, really, really excited about where that's going to go and where that is. I think you know, something I think we've always wanted, and we've always kind of, and there's been so much holding it back. But one of the things that always resonates for me was to get to this point. Intuit have taken 7 years to build up their AI model to get to this point. So this is after 7 years worth of work, we finally get the sort of stuff we've wanted all this time. So yeah, really exciting.
Nice. Right. Well, QuickBooks have had 35 minutes of unsponsored airtime. So yes, moving on. Let's find a new topic. First of all, Stephanie says, wait, I'm also a Brewdog shareholder. I don't have a card.
Yeah, you do. It's
on the app, isn't it?
It is now. It's electronic. But yeah, we had a card and a passport at one point and all sorts.
Yeah.
So
yeah. My wife's a shareholder and always gets the app out and scans it and saves us a few pennies.
They killed the actual card itself, but I still take the card around me just for just for yeah.
You know who I am. And Kirsty says, I think 2023 was when I met Amy Hancock. It was a good event.
Yeah, that'll always go down in ours, won't it? That's the one where we were able to do our podcast from the show floor and all that.
Williams and
we've got fond memories there, haven't we?
Definitely. Cool. From fond memories to a bitter taste in the mouth.
Yeah.
Companies' house prices are going to go up again. So they announced last week that in February 2026, companies' house prices will increase again. I get why they're doing it. And I know Tim in the comments is going to be laughing that we're all whinging at this because it costs considerably more in Guernsey. And I think rightly so to form a company. I think it's far too cheap and easy to do it in the UK. And we should have more barriers to entry. Otherwise, you end up with so many dormant accounts just for the sake of having dormant accounts or dormant companies. So Companies House will be charging £100 per registration and £50 per confirmation statement from February 2026. So, initial thoughts, Aaron?
Is it worth doing company secretarial work for clients going forward? That's becoming the crux of it, right? Like we've got to collect IDs off everyone and do and we've still not even had the debate on here. Like, should accountants be doing it? Right? It's one topic we keep pushing back down the road. There's so much admin involved. There's so much more work going to be involved to filing a confirmation statement going forward. Now the costs in there, and then we've got to try and find a way, an elegant way to pass those costs over. I mean, me and you have nice, sophisticated, forward-thinking solutions for our practice, right? And we feel like we're using cutting edge with admin and all those sort of stuff to find ways to bill our clients in a more efficient way. But it just becomes still, even for us, it's a pain point, isn't it? Right? Like, client spends X, we need to make sure we reimburse them for that, right? And when it was £14 or whatever it was back in the day, and it was one of those where the margins are fine with some clients that you just take it on the chin, don't you? You just go, oh well, yeah, it's a night. If I remember to do it, remember to do it. If we don't, never mind. But now we can't afford not to be reimbursing our clients for this, right? This has to be a chargeable event, and you've got to think about how do you add value to it. Like, it's all about adding value to clients these days, and I'm not sure what we can do to justify the sort of price point we're going to need to start charging for this going forward, right?
That's the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I can't see what Companies House are doing extra to justify it in the first place, right? So
they're not, are they?
No.
If anything, the problem here is it's the same problem accountants and bookkeepers across the UK face, is they've undervalued their own services and their own product for so long.
Yeah, true.
That they're now having to ramp it up at such a pace that everyone's questioning the value, because we are all used to the value of £13, etc.
Yeah, because they're taking away functionality, aren't they? They're taking away the ability to file directly on their systems. How long until confirmation statements is a software-only approach? Like, the Ryan's on the wall, and that's a tinfoil hat moment, everyone, right? So we don't know anything. Like, this is not us saying that could, but the Ryan's on the wall for, at some point, confirmation statements being software only. Like, That seems
Surely.
to be like a sensible solution for them. Like, and I'm just thinking, crikey, like we're doing most of the work for them. We're pushing like this, and then we've got to try and make some margin on it. We can't make the margins we want to make. There's no way.
Not anymore, no.
No. But we've got to try and make something on it. So we've got to add to the cost of submitting it. But what? Like what? Honestly, like what's the client realistically getting from it than if they just try and do it themselves and hope for the best? Do you know what I mean? And that's such a terrible, terrible way to think about it. And that's not how we should be helping our clients.
If they do it themselves, they're not going to produce all the right paperwork.
Nope.
They're not going to set it all up right. Like, they're not going to have the right director's employment status and everything else and director's profession. Like, it's just a mess waiting to happen. But then I also look at it and go, well, to be fair, lawyers and solicitors have been making a good value out of this for a long, long time, charging hundreds of pounds for the privilege. We were as accountants and bookkeepers for the majority, we've been the bargain basement of this. A bit like payroll, we saw it as a bit of a loss leader. Like, costs were negligible, it's not an issue. Software makes it quick and efficient.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're gonna I've got an email going out to all my clients this week about it.
Yeah.
Saying, look, these are the new prices. Like, we can no longer, like, historically we would go, you know, you're setting up a new company, you've got a client, you've got a company with us, you're setting up a new company, you've already said you're going to pass that work to us. You know, we'll do that as a token gesture. We'll set that company up for you.
Yeah.
But for £100 plus our time, not anymore. We won't.
Not a chance. And all that does is affects the economy, because there will be people saying, well, I'm just not going to bother making that new company now.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that now, is it? It's £100 plus our time, plus ID checks, plus taking responsibility of those ID checks. Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. AML checks and all that we've got to put into it. And yeah, it just becomes obscene at this point. And my overriding frustration about this is they're pushing this ID checks into force, right? On the ID checks, they keep saying it's all right, your accountant will deal with it. It's fine, your accountant's going to deal with it, which we've never signed up for. They never asked us, do we want to do this work? Like, they've never checked, is our insurance even going to cover it? They've never checked if our professional practice certificates are going to be able to deal with this work, right? They've never ever, companies house have never said, oh, accountants, bookkeepers, you know, you guys are going to be involved with this. Let's have a consultation about it. They've just gone ahead and blindly said that we'll deal with it, right? And they put on their emails, it's all right, your accountant will sort it. Why, if they're putting these increased price up and they're doing this new OneGov thing, why not sort out there and then, right, provide us a direct debit solution or whatever it's going to be. So if your accountant does do it on your behalf, they can click the button and it's just going to charge you as the user, right? Like, surely if they're building this new system and they're getting everything already, and it's all digital now, and it's this everything else, like, there should be a mechanism built into that new process that means that if you want to file a confirmation statement on behalf of your client, or set up a client on behalf of your client, or any of the other fees they've got in there, that there is an option that you just, you know, charge it to the client. Maybe they have an email to confirm it, or whatever, you know, whatever protocol needs to be put into place to make that work.
Yep. But
ultimately means that we don't have to bear that cost, that we then have to figure out how to reimburse later down the line, right? And have all that complication. Like, this just reeks yet again of them rushing it. Like, why have they not got Lizzie there saying, you know, great idea, poorly executed? Because that's exactly what's happened here, right? Like, yet again, we've said on the show before, right? The ID checks and all that, we agree with why they're coming into place.
Yes.
Fantastic, great idea.
I agree with increasing the prices and making people think, do I genuinely want to set up a limited company for £100 initial and £50 a year after that? Because how many different limited companies have people got that are dormant and don't do anything because they've got an idea? Yep, I'm going to be doing a bit of a cleanse in the coming weeks and months. Because it's been too easy in the past.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to go sole trader or limited company. It depends how far we go. It's like, right, well, actually, it would, and we would just get, look, let's get you a limited company set up. Costs are negligible for if it's dormant, and it protects the name. Like, so to some degree, because of the pricing, we are the culprits that caused this problem. But overall, it's going to make, it's just going to make our prices look even more overinflated than they have been.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a challenge.
100%.
I mean,
And again,
should Companies House say, right, you've come direct to us, it's £100 to form a company. And accountants and bookkeepers, if you guys do it, it's £80 to form a direct. Because we know you're going to do it right. You're going to make sure you do tick all the boxes. And then you can make a bit of margin on the 80 quid, or you could pass it on. It's up to you. That's your business decision. But because you're doing these at high volumes, we'll offer you a bit of a discount because that encourages them to use a professional.
Yeah. Because like your firm will be the same, right? There's research and development costs we've had to do just even form a company these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Creating a form that we send to our client, having those conversations with him, figuring out if they want A and B shares, all of that sort of stuff. Like that's what we offer, and boo-hoo on us because we've we've done a race to the bottom and we've wanted to be competitive. So like you said that, like we were giving it away for free or whatever we were doing to encourage and be trying to help the client more than anything, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit of a slap on the wrist for us. We should never have done.
Did it right.
Yeah, but slap on the wrist for us. We should never have done that, and that's on us, right? But now to force a gun to our head again, and we've got to reverse things and look at things again, and all this sort of time and costs and everything else. It's just like, come into us, work with us. Like, work with us. We're here to help you. Like, we're here to, to make sure that something that's submitted is correct. Like one of the reasons that they're getting rid of this, being able to submit directly from Companies House, because they were concerned that people were just submitting wrong things, and they were. Like, we've all seen it, right? We've all taken on clients who didn't know any better, and they've just submitted X, Y, Z, whatever they've done. And we've gone and we've helped them and we fixed it for them, and that's how value we add to clients, right? It's just, again, Companies House just have this expectation. It's all right, accountants and bookkeepers, they'll sort it. They'll deal with it. They're good lads. They'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, but they didn't consult with us, didn't ask us, they didn't think about the consequence of it all. So yeah, it's just it just makes us look like the bad guys, right? Because we're the ones having to put out a like you said, an email or however we're going to do it about, more price rises are coming, are they? Right, brilliant. Yeah, do you know what I mean? They've only just increased it because their software costs went up or whatever it is, right? Or IDV costs have come into play, blah blah blah. Like, the clients are going to sit there thinking we're penny pinching when we're not. We're just reacting to third parties making putting these costs up.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's going to be another painful conversation to be had with clients, and we all know how much we all love those conversations with clients. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Paul says, and yet online formation sites will still keep it at rock bottom prices. Yeah, I mean, that's their business model.
Yeah, no, I mean, Tide's still got that amazing solution where you get a bank account through them and they do your formation at the same time, right?
Yeah,
I believe it was free. Well, at least I can't remember having to, because I went through it. Or there's a video on my channel about it. Like, I can't remember having to pay. And if I did, it was very nominal.
Yeah,
are they going to still be able to do this for free going forward?
I suppose it's the value of the client, value of that business over a lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 quid plus a bit of time. What do they charge? 20p a transaction?
Something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
So how quickly will you get that money back?
Yeah.
Right. It might well be still worthwhile for them.
Maybe that's what you do going forward. Here's a Tide link. Get your company set up. We'll fix it for you later. Yeah.
Well, we take the same attitude with Metal and Free Agent, don't we?
Very true. Yeah.
There you go.
Now Steph's right on there.
Steph's saying it's $14.99 now to form a company. Like, to be fair,
where's that figure from? Just made that up. Because it's 30 odd quid, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
50 quid, wasn't it? 50 quid to form a company.
Yeah, I mean, each to their own for their business models. But yeah, Not ideal. Not ideal.
As you said, though, Tim must be crying into his cornflakes this morning for us all.
He must be really upset for us all. Because what is it?
Probably restringing his small violin at this point in time.
Like £1,000 or something to form a company over in Guernsey. Something like that. It's not cheap and it's not quick.
No.
At least we can get it done within 24 hours.
Yeah. Hey, props to them. I've been getting companies done in hours at this point, right? We've been submitting it, and within a couple of hours' time, it's been there and ready to. So, look, companies now do certain things really, really well. Like they are, I've never understood why anyone would pay the extra for the quick
same day turnaround.
Yeah.
Probably consider that is like 4 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah, exactly. So they do things well, and I just please consider us. Like, we're partners in this, right? Like, that's what we're supposed to be. Like,
we're stakeholders in this situation. We need to be consulted.
Yeah, not just finding out by email. And the amount of times that they've emailed our clients before even telling us that these changes are happening is just But what can we say?
And as a public service reminder, 15 days until the ID verification comes into compliance, compulsory checks. I mean, Aaron, are you doing this for clients? Are you asking clients to do it themselves?
We still haven't got a definitive answer if we can even provide this solution, right? Like, is our insurance company going to cover it? Is our accounting professional body actually going to, support us on it? Like, what? How are we up to 15 days in and we're still waiting for answers? Is absolutely, and some of it's on me because I've got 1,000,001 things happening at the moment. I've got all these plates going, and it was one of those. It's on its way. We've told our clients like plenty of time. I don't know if I remember saying it on the pod or not, but I did a ChatGPT connection to HubSpot. So HubSpot's our main communication tool for our clients. Right? I've got every communication on there, and I asked them how much time has been spent on this. It was like 35% of like all correspondence at one point was related to this, like back and forth, going back. You know what I mean? Like, they're just ridiculous numbers. So instead of me actually spending my time getting everything ready and building it, I'm firefighting. I'm, all the team at least are firefighting, having to answer the questions and get the clients on board and all this and the other. It's just, it's so frustrating. But what can we do? What can you do? Like going forward, even create a new company, not only have we got the new cost, but we've got to collect all these numbers. And, thankfully, we've got a nice, elegant practice management solution. We'll do most of it for us. But still, like, we've still got to build that bit into place, haven't we? And we've got to redo our work and everything else. And, it's going to be a nightmare. I was really hoping that, because I think, tell me if I'm wrong here, but I think Inform Direct have a really elegant solution of collecting those numbers. Like, you can ask your client to provide that number for you, or there's something, isn't there, that they can do it? Hoping Zama goes down.
Not looked at it. Like, Engager's obviously got a form that you could send out with that field on it, and so we do in my firm we do like an annual data audit census type thing where we send out a form to every client and ask them to fill out it, and the personal ID code is now on that form. To be fair, we put an email out 3 or 4 weeks ago about it to all of our clients for limited companies. And we've had a gradual trickle of IDs coming in.
Yeah, same.
Proving that it's more than possible. We've had one person say they're not doing it because they don't agree with giving ID details. It's like, you realise these are the same people that actually issued you your passport, you idiot. But never mind. That's all right. So they're going to go sole trader. They've decided. And we've got a couple of people that are less technically savvy and they're struggling a bit. So, we're going to guide them through it on a Teams meeting type thing. When we have said we're not doing it for them.
Yeah,
it's not worth the time, the hassle, and the effort.
Yeah, I mean, we've had the trickle come through, and that's fine. But there was obviously going to be people who haven't done it yet, and they won't have done it yet. And it's, I don't know. It's just the fact that Companies House have said we will go and do it for them. That's what frustrates me, because that's all the client's going to say. Yeah, but Companies House said you're doing it. Like, why should I bother about doing this? the
Yeah,
email
it's that
states your
wording that
accountant or bookkeeper are doing it for you. Like, no, we never signed up for this. We never agreed
yeah,
to this. We
we've
again,
never asked about
I'm a
it.
broken record here, but we don't even know if we're allowed to do it yet. Like that never got considered, right?
Yeah.
It was just a case of, oh, they'll do it for you. It's fine. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but no, yeah. Oh, so you can also collect it on onboarding request from Zara. I was trying. That's what I was bringing up to. Is like, is Zama
Yeah.
linked there? Like, that
Yeah, so
is
Zama have got it so they can do all the ID checks, and then there's an onboarding form the client fills out. If they've already got an ID, they can fill it out and put it in there as well.
cool. And do we know if Engagers utilizing that data at all, or
just so focused on tax calc integration at the moment? There's nothing else on our radar right now.
Yeah. I'll shut up before I put in it.
Yeah, there's all sorts of possibilities that we can do. We just need the time and bandwidth to look at it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Right. Well, we've got 4 minutes left. Aaron, you and I have been playing with a new bit of hardware for the last couple of weeks in the form of the Logitech MX4 mouse. I mean, find a YouTube channel where they don't recommend the MX mouse.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's comfortable to hold for long durations. It's good scrolling, etc. It's got some nice buttons on it, and this one's got a new button on the bottom of it where you can press and it opens up a circle of options, and you can move your mouse to go to whichever one you want. For anyone that's considering it, Aaron, what's your feedback?
Well, I have now 5 of these mice. Some of them are retired long time ago, and there's like bits falling off it and all sorts from years and years and years and years. So different like generations of them all. But the second that they announced that this was out, it was an instant buy for me. Not even knowing any. Normally, I'm the you're the same, aren't you? We watch the reviews and everything else and figure out before we press buy. But the second that I saw that it was coming through, absolute no brainer to buy it. The reason I love this one is you get these little buttons on the side here. Look, so for anyone who doesn't know about these buttons there, absolute game changer. Because for me, and it seems so simple, copy and paste. Like one button is copy, one button is paste. Think about it as an accountant bookkeeper. How many times you copy and paste in throughout your day, right?
Yeah.
So just having a dedicated button to copy and paste, game changer for me. Like going through from there. When I'm video editing, there's some shortcuts I put onto there to cut and delete and stuff like that. It makes that process thing. Just having a scrolly horizontal as well as vertical, like that's you'll never be able to go back without having one of those, right? Like just being able to go back and forth, and you got your P&L that's month by month, and you're having to go across. Well, you just quickly go through from there. Like they nailed this years and years and years ago. As a fidget spinner, this thing here, you can put it onto free spin or to click this button and it goes from free spin to magnet mode. And it doesn't make much sense me talking out loud, but the day you try it, the day you'll never be able to go back to anything else. And now they've added haptic feedback as then big add into it, isn't it? And I think that works really well because it was one of those like, am I pressing it right? And now you get that force feedback to know that you're doing it. So they've iterated on perfection. That's what they've done here. They've polished something that was already absolutely top of its game, and I can't recommend it enough. What I would say though is don't do my mistake and buy the Mac version, because I'm still sat there feeling upset that Johann got additional hardware in his box that I didn't get. So he got a little dongle that he can then put into his laptop and to make things easier for him, which I didn't get. And I'm not bitter about one bit, and I haven't been complaining about
it. The generic version works on all devices, guys. The Mac version works on all devices, but
with an asterisk.
All the accessories.
With an asterisk. But yeah, I mean, put it this way, my old one, which was absolutely fine, there was no reason for me to need to upgrade it, but new shiny syndrome and all that sort of stuff, and there was a no-brainer to get the new one. My old one came with me to Vegas and was in my bag, and I got a little fancy case for it, and it will always be in my bag when I'm out and about, so that I can have that same process, that same gloriousness of it all there. And the software's really good as well. It's it was terrible a while back, but now Logitech Options, there's some really cool features on there, isn't there? If you've got multiple computers, for example, you can make it move between the computers nice and seamless. There's all sorts of coolness about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you do yourself a favor, like how much do you use your mouse all the time, right? You want the best mouse on the market to be able to do it. And I generally, I've tried loads and I've got lots and lots and lots of different mice that I've tried over the past. I don't think there's a better mouse out there. Yeah, do yourself a favor, have a play, go get it, and you'll thank us later.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it didn't have all the extra functionality, just the shape and holding it all day.
Yeah,
you don't have any issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. Well, that brings us up to 9:30. Aaron, what have you got on this week?
Embargoed.
Nice.
So,
Find out more. Tune in next week.
But no, it's a really busy week. A lot going on. Deadline after deadline after deadline appearing. Yeah, but that's what happens when you swan off to Vegas for a week, isn't it? So I've only got myself to blame. So you can put your small violins away, everyone. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, no, it's really exciting though. There's some really cool things happening. So yeah, I'm excited to tell you more when I can. What about yourself, Johann? You're off down to
yeah.
Aren't you?
I've got a webinar for Engager where we're giving a first glimpse of Tax Calc Engager integration phase 1. So that's at 1 o'clock today. Then I'm getting straight off that into a train and down to Wokingham, where I'm having meetings tomorrow with the Tax Calc team, and then doing some webinars with the Tax Calc team on the Wednesday before heading back here Wednesday night. So yeah, busy, but all exciting things. So yeah, watch this space.
And watch this space as well for Ask the Accountant bonus show after hours. I don't know what we're calling it yet.
Yeah.
But that is due very soon. We want to get a November one out to the public. We're going to make sure that you guys everyone can see that one, and give you a bit of a taste, a bit of a trial to see, is it worth going for the membership option or not? So no pressure or anything, but that might be the most important show we ever do in our lives.
We'll see.
We'll see. So yeah, keep an eye out that one. Oh, what else happened on the channel? Oh, it's the grid walk again comes out today, so do go and have a look at that one. Honestly, I was smile from ear to ear. And then it's QuickBooks Labs on Wednesday, I want to believe, again from a secret location as well. So that's things go through from there. So yeah, it's good. And I'm sure OpenAI will drop something very soon that we'll have to do another AI one, because we've had some really good feedback on that AI podcast, haven't we?
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, no, it's gone well.
That's what we like to hear.
Brilliant.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much to everybody for joining us today. We will see you all same time next week at 8:30 on whatever platform you are listening or watching us on. But yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.